Are you going to sniff it?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't use it in that way.
I'm surprised it actually there was a rotation going on there, that it wasn't actually going to hit a wet spot and stick.
No, mate, it's safe in here.
Nah, mate, it's safe in here.
Apparently, this is the way we're going to do things in future, by the way. Hey guys, it's John from the Visicast. We are back with an 8th edition battle report. It's Ravenwing 2000 points versus Eldar 2000 points. This is apparently how we're doing introductions from now on. Hope you enjoy the game.
Okay, so to run down the list I'm taking today, I've taken a battalion formation, and that has 3 HQ choices. Illic Knightspear, who's the sort of sniper special character. The Phoenix Lord Malgan Ra, just because I've never used him on the channel and I've always been a big fan. A Farsight Skyrunner, that's the guy on the jet bike. For troops, we have 3 units of 10 Guardians, all in Wave Serpents. Each Wave Serpent has a scatter laser, a crystal targeting matrix, and 2 of them actually have an underslung shuriken cannon, just for a little bit more firepower. I've also got a unit of 8 Storm Guardians, with the addition of a flamer and a melter gun in there. They're in a Wave Serpent, which is equally armed with a scatter laser and crystal targeting matrix. We've got 2 units of 3 scatter bikes. And lastly, we've got 3 independent Night Spinners, and they're just bare bones. They don't have any shuriken cannons and they don't have crystal targeting matrices on them.
Hey guys, so here's my 2000 point Ravenwing army. It's the same army you've seen before. Starting out with an Outrider detachment, we have Samael on a Corvex heading up the army. Here's my Warlord, and the Warlord trait I will be going with is a 6+ Feel No Pain, essentially 6+ Feel No Pain Warlord trait. I have a Librarian on a bike, and his 2 powers are from Interomancy. I can't remember what they are off the top of my head, but they are going to be Mind Worm and Aversion, so maybe I can remember. Jeez, I surprised myself. And then over to Elites, we have a Ravenwing Ancient who gives +1 attack to everyone within 6 inches, so he gives a nice little bubble. Additionally, Samael's bubble is reroll to hit for all Ravenwing models. That's in close combat and for shooting, which is badass. Then we move over to Fast Attack. We have 2 Ravenwing Bike squads. They are 3-man squads, and one of those squads has a single melter gun. Then we have a 6-man Ravenwing Black Knight squad and a 5-man Ravenwing Black Knight squad. A Dark Shroud, which gives -1 to hit for Dark Angels models within 6 inches. And next up we have an Airwing detachment for another command point, and in that we have 3 Ravenwing Dark Talons, and also we have a Vindicator Assassin who's part of the Outrider detachment. And that is my list. Okay guys, we are playing Spoils of War, and the deployment type that Darran has chosen is Hammer and Anvil. You would have quickly seen us doing setup in a sped up fashion, but this is what it looks like in the end. I finished my setup first, so I will be having first turn. Darran finished second, so he'll obviously be trying to seize the initiative. I'm also going to quickly show you where we have our objectives. So we have an objective just down here in this tower. My Vindicator Assassin, you can't see him, is just in there holding that objective. We have an objective 5 just down here in the very centre. Where else do we have objectives down? I can't see them all.
Objective 1 here.
Yeah.
Objective 3 here.
Yeah.
Have you counted objective 6?
I have not, which is, I'll quickly show you that. Objective 6 is just there. So we're missing 1, aren't we?
Well, there's a number 4's behind that building.
Okay, there it is. So just in that back far ruin back there is our last objective. So that is it in terms of all that. I do want to give a quick shout out or two. So first up, let's give a shout out to War Games. We're sponsored by War Games. They basically do discount miniatures, so you can get them cheaper than Games Workshop. So if you want to check that out, there is a link below. Also, I want to give a shout out to gamemat.eu. So they supplied this board or this mat as they did in the last game we played, and they also supplied us with some scenery for some mats as well. So check them out. They're listed below. But yeah, for now, that's all the shout-outs I want to do. Let's go over to seizing the initiative. Darren is going to obviously attempt to try and seize on a roll of a 6.
I like this map, by the way. It's really nice quality.
It is nice.
Okay, I'm going to use, this is going to be another shout-out to Confrontation.
Okay.
Confrontation events, which gave me this dice last time I went
Tournaments in Portsmouth.
Oh, yeah.
If you were wondering.
Let's see if we can get it then.
Oh.
I'm going to use one of my command points to re-roll that.
Bring it, mate, bring it.
In fact, it's 2, no, it's 1, isn't it?
1 command point for a re-roll,
Come on. No.
Oh, so close. So you're down to 5 command points.
Yep.
As I showed you in the last batrep, I want to show you today as well. This is my sort of setup in the corner here. I've got my command points as old objective markers I used to use, so once I've done them, I just take them off the board so I know what's going on with that, which is pretty sweet. But we are now going to get over to Ravenwing / Dark Angels turn 1. I'm going to do my movement and then we'll get back to some shooting. Okay, Dark Angels turn 1. We have gotten seriously lucky in terms of our objectives. We have secure objective 2, objective 4 and objective 1, all capture and control and all achievable in the first turn, which is extremely valuable as the mission type, which is, Dan, what's our mission type? Spoils of War, means that you could have stolen those off of me, correct?
Yeah.
Booyah. So basically, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of where those are. Sorry, you can now see my feet. We have Objective 2, I believe it is, in this building here, and my Vindicare Assassin is just holding it. Objective 4 in that rear corner over there, and I've taken 1 bike squad from this back here, 1 3-man bike squad to the back to grab that. And we have Objective 1, which is just here, and this flyer has flown to grab that. In terms of my movement other than that, I've gone for the good old-fashioned flanking technique, which is whereby you take your Ravenwing down one side of the board to try and fight a certain percentage of the opponent's army instead of all of it. However, the range on his guns is fairly long, so maybe it won't make too much of a difference. But however, at least I will avoid some of the Guardian fire, and there are 2 squads of Guardians in those. 3 squads of Guardians, sorry, yeah, we have 4.
Yeah, 4 Wave Serpents, 4 squads of Guardians.
Yeah, you've got 1 Wave Serpent this side. So what I'm saying is you've got 3 Wave Serpents there. So the Guardians, their range is only 24, is it?
12.
12, well, so yeah, at least I'll avoid them by being over here because they won't be able to get out and move and shoot that distance. But yeah, the idea with this army is to take the Dark Talons, fly them in first, do a load of damage, put a load of pressure on to buy myself time to get these bad boys in. It's essentially the Warhammer 40k equivalent of Blitzkrieg. So we are going to start rolling to do some shooting. My Psyker, he's not really in range of doing anything, so we're just going to skip that. And we're going to get over to some shooting from the Dark Talons. Okay, first up we have this Dark Talon here. It's going to be shooting. There's a character here, he's an Exarch, right?
Malgunra.
Yeah, alright, all that. He's going to fire his Hurricane Bolters at him, and he's also going to fire his Rift Cannon at this vehicle down here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, this vehicle just here. So the Hurricane Bolters first, going into the character. The character is the closest model. Hitting on 2s. These are 24 shots in total. So this is the first batch of 12. And then we are wounding on, I imagine his toughness is 4, correct? Yeah, so wounding on 4s. We have a total of 1, 2, 3, only 3 wounds. So 3 saves.
Is that the first batch?
That is the first batch. We have another batch of 12.
What's the minus?
No minus, just 1 damage as well.
All saved.
Oh, nice. And then the second batch of 12 hitting on 2s. The reason they're hitting on 2s is because of strafing run, which adds 1 to his ballistic skill. So they've all hit, and then we'll be wounding on 4s, strength 4 versus toughness 4. Boom. We have, that's more like it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 wounds, 8 3+ saves.
You know, whilst I was penning down to pick up the dice, I knew you were going to say 8 without even looking.
Well, there you go.
No wounds.
Oh, very nice, Darren. Okay, and then the Rift Cannon is a total of D3 shots, just for the 1 shot. So that 1 shot is going into this Night Spinner here, hitting on a 3 this time. Hits, it is strength 10. Your toughness, I imagine, is what, 6?
Probably 7, I think, but I imagine.
Either way, it's a 3, which is a no-go. Just realised something, the character here has a 2+ armor save.
Just to be clear, that's what you just realised.
That's what I just realised. Darren didn't tell me. So the chance of wounding him is slim. But next up, we are going to do this Dark Talon just here. We're going to fire the Hurricane Bolters at these 3 jet bikes back here. And again, the Rift Cannon is going into this Night Spinner here. So we'll start out with the Rift Cannon this time. D3 shots for 2. Going to be hitting on 3s. Heavy weapon, so it's -1. So 2 hits. Wounding on 3s.
What are you shooting at?
This guy here.
Okay.
So it wounds.
What's the AP?
-3 or -4, let me double check. Yeah, it's a -3, so 6+ save. Fails it, it does a total of 3 damage.
Okay.
So 3 wounds, and then on the 3+, it does a further D3 mortal wounds. No, do I use a command point to re-roll that? I am going to use a command point to re-roll it. Yeah, so D3 further wounds, we have 1 more mortal wound, so he's taken 4 wounds in total.
Okay.
Next up, the Hurricane Bolters, which are going into the jet bikes in the back. So, rolling to hit, we have 2 lots of 12 going in, hitting on 2s. Oh, actually, wait, let me double check. This might be hitting on 3s. I am actually hitting on 3s. They have the keyword fly, which means strafing run does not work. So hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. So we have 1, 2, 3 wounds.
Okay, might as well roll your next set of dice.
Yeah, so next load of Hurricane Bolter shots from the same model, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Here come the wounds. We have a total of 4 from that one, so it's a total of 7, if my maths is right, which it rarely is. So 1 drops and 1's down to 1 wound.
Okay.
Next up, we have this Dark Talon here. He's going to be firing his Hurricane Bolters down at the same squad of jet bikes and his Rift Cannon at that Wave Serpent just there. So Rift Cannon, D3 shots for 2, hitting on 3s.
It's got fly, yeah? So, yeah, but that doesn't make a difference.
Yes. Sorry, it would have been hitting on 4s as a result, but both hit anyway.
Okay.
Wounding on 3s though. So we have 1 wound, 1 6+. No. So that's 3 wounds, and then on a 3+, we have a further, outside thingy, even though it was a 6. Yeah, there's a further D3 wounds for 3, so he's taken 6 wounds.
Okay, for each one, he can only take 2, because of the Wave Serpent rule. So the first one
takes 4, essentially.
Yeah.
Cool, so he's taken 4. I'm also discarding one of my command points from earlier, because I used it. And now we're going to use the 12 Hurricane Bolter shots onto the squad of jet bikes. The reason there are 12 is because they are not in rapid fire range. So hitting on 3s, because they had the fly keyword, and then wounding on 4s.
And he doesn't get a minus for moving at all, does he?
Not for that weapon, no. He did for the heavy, for the Rift Cannon. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. So 6 3+ saves. 1 dies and 1 is down to 1 wound.
Let's take him off, it'd be easier than moving the thing.
Okay, cool. That is pretty much my turn. Although, having said that, my Dark Shroud, I know my Dark Shroud also advanced. So everything here has advanced, which means they have a 5+ invulnerable save thanks to the Jinx special rule. But that is it in terms of my turn. We need a battle shock test on the lone jet bike. Roll a 6. Yay! He dies.
That's the first 6 I've rolled.
It is. So essentially that is first blood. Right there, thanks to that battle shock test. Down here, our objectives, we have secured all of them. So that's 3 objectives to the Ravenwing at the end of turn 1. We should get over to Eldar turn 1. So for Eldar turn 1, we have defend objective 2, defend objective 3, and behind enemy lines. I'll quickly show you where those are. Yep. So objective 2 is the one that my Vindicator is currently holding. The mission, as I stated earlier, allows you to steal. However, you can only steal secure objective cards, not defend objective cards, so it doesn't come into play. And then objective 3 is down here, and obviously, is it controlled by the closest or am I in 3? Either way, it's 3, so we need to hold that objective for 2 turns, which he currently is on with a Wave Serpent. And as I discovered with George the other day, that is his turn and my turn, and he would secure it at the end of my turn. But other than that, do you want to talk us through your movement?
Okay, all I've really done is moved into position so that I can maximise the firepower from each unit.
Yeah.
So for these Wave Serpents, they've got shuriken cannons, and I want to be able to use their firepower to maximum effect. Moving things slightly around, and importantly, keeping the Night Spinners stationary, just so that they don't suffer any modifiers. The Farseers moved to this way. Not a huge amount of stuff really going on. Yeah, and the 2 characters with the guns are just going to sit where they are. I'm just going to go into the Psychic phase.
Cool, okay, Psychic phase. Do you know what you're rolling?
Yeah, I do.
Let's bring it then. What's happening?
Okay, first of all, I'm going to try and cast Guide on this unit of jet bikes here.
And your Psycho is just behind those?
Just behind the containers.
Yeah, you probably just see him. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a value of 7, so I just need to get 7 or more.
Yeah.
That's a 7.
Correct.
Okay, happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay, and now
I can't deny I'm out of range tonight,
okay.
Can't I?
So the Farseer is now going to try and cast Fortune, and he's going to cast it on the wave on the Night Spinner that's already suffered some damage.
Yeah.
Again, it's a 7+. He gets that on an 8.
Yeah.
Okay, time to go into shooting. So this Wave Serpent here is going to fire its scatter laser at that unit there. It's also going to fire its shuriken cannon as well.
At the same unit?
At the same unit.
Cool.
So scatter laser, shuriken cannon first. 1 hit.
Yeah.
Put that to one side. And then the scatter laser is going to come along as well.
Yeah.
I forget, these guys have got 8 shots because it's twin linked.
Hitting on 4s, not 3s.
Yep. No, hitting on 3s because of his crystal targeting matrix.
Oh, do you get +1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this dice is, so 3s to wound, the purple dice, vaguely purple, if it gets a 6 it's -3 AP.
Okay.
Okay, so that is just 3 normal wounds.
3 wounds, so
yep.
3 plus save.
3 plus saves.
Failing just the 1, so 1 of the bikers from that squad is down to 1 wound.
Okay, the Wave Serpent behind him is also going to do exactly the same thing. Easy, I'm going to roll them all at the same time. The purple dice being the shuriken cannon underneath. Okay. Again, crystal targeting matrix, and it's the closest target. Sorry, thanks for filling me up on that.
Minor error, the crystal targeting matrix, was it, Darren?
Yep.
Has to fire at the closest in the last round, or only gets the benefit if it fires at the closest. Obviously, this is the closest model, so I don't think it affected the rolls last round, but now, just so you know, and again, you rolled high, but now we know. Go on.
Okay, so that's 1 at -3.
Yep.
And then 4 with the normal test.
So 6 up. No, so 1 dies. 4, 3 up. Oh, wow! All the 2s. So, unfortunately, nope, that squad is dead. Darren?
Okay, there's a Wave Serpent on my right flank. He's going to shoot through, and he's going to shoot at the Black Knights, this large squad here.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s.
Correct. -1 to hit for the dark
appalling roll. 3s to wound. 1 wound.
1 3 plus save, making it. What's up next?
Next up, this guy is going to shoot at them as well.
Cool. Wave Serpent there.
That was a bit better.
Hang on, 4s. Yeah, wounding on
3s.
What's its strength?
6.
Wow, that's good.
It's always been strength 6.
Yeah, 3s. Failing 2, so 1 Black Knight is dead. Take out. I'm going to take out the grenade guy. So they were all plasmas, but I had a grenade in there. Cool.
Okay. The next up, it's going to be the jet bikes on the hill, or on the bunker. Sorry.
Just here. Yeah. Who are they firing at?
They're going to fire at them.
Same squad. Yeah.
Same squad. It's 4s, but with a reroll.
Okay. Reroll for Fortune, Psychic Power you cast earlier. Yeah.
Yes.
You do have to keep the 3s though, because modifiers are applied afterwards.
Oh.
That's essential. Did you pick up any 3s?
I don't think so.
Okay. So that 3 essentially is just gone. So the way that this works is modifiers are applied after rerolls, after all your rolls. So it would be the same for me, and it will be in a minute. So the 3s are just gone, but you would get to reroll 1s and 2s. weapons are they, sorry?
Scatter lasers.
Okay.
That is 5 more wounds.
5 more, 3+ saves. Boom, just failing the 1, so 1 Black Knight has lost a wound, and is down to 1 wound.
Okay, next up, Malgan Ra's going to shoot the same squad.
He is the dude just up here in this building.
Yep.
Yeah.
He gets to shoot twice.
Okay.
It's 4 shots per, well, 8 shots in total. Okay. Strength 6, so he's wounding.
You just picked up a 2, you're hitting on 3s minimum.
Why are you hitting on 3s?
-1. You're always, everything here is -1 to hit.
Oh, right, okay.
Dark Shroud. I imagine his ballistic is 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't suffer any negative modifiers at all because he's a Dark Reaper.
In that case, bring 1 back.
There we go. And that is 4 more wounds on the squad.
Is there a minus?
No. Not unless he rolled a 6.
So 2 more wounds, so 1's died and 1 is down to 1 wound.
Here,
yeah.
2d6 shots.
Firing at the same squad, yeah? You're just trying to
Yep,
wet them
firing
down.
at the same squad.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's 9 in total.
Yeah.
Again, that's a -1, not because I've moved, but because of the Night Shroud.
Okay.
Okay, and it's strength 7. Any 6s are AP -3.
Yeah.
Okay.
2s don't wound. Okay, so 1's 6+. No. So 1's died, and then there were 2 regular saves?
2 regular.
2 3+. So 1's died and 1's down to 1 wound. So you're really ripping through that squad now.
Okay, and then there's another Night Spinner over here. It's going to fire at the same thing.
So that Night Spinner just there, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
2d6 shots.
11.
Okay, hitting on 4s. 3s to wound. Okay, 1 is at -3.
So 6+, no.
Okay, and then the normal one.
And 3+, yeah, so again, oh no, we just 1 died. There are 4 wounds. What's up next?
Okay, another Night Spinner.
Which one?
That one at the back.
Yeah, this one here.
Again, the Night Spinner, the last one, is going to shoot at the same squad.
Yeah.
So 2d6. I will
8.
keep that.
So we are about to roll to hit.
4s. Ooh, only 1.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
9 to wound. Outside of the box, we roll it.
Nothing.
Right. Cool, we got anything else left?
Let me just double check. I don't think I do, actually. Illic.
Oh, the dude up here. Yeah, who's he shooting at?
Okay, I'll need to have a quick check about what these rules do for these different guys.
Okay.
So I need to ask you.
Okay, so Illic is shooting at the Librarian.
Misses. Oh, I'm going to use a reroll.
Okay, command point.
Yep, hits.
So we just rolled to wound, and it's a 2+. Does that affect everyone? 'Cause sometimes it's like infantry is a 2+, everyone else is just their regular. Or does it just say?
Character.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so 2+.
Okay. And it is -3.
Okay, I think he's got, yeah, he has got invulnerable save of 4+, Iron Halo. Fails, how many damage?
D3.
For 3, so he's down to 3 wounds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So Librarian is on 3 wounds. Cool.
I think that's about it.
Okay, and for your objectives, none secured.
I will be discarding one though.
Which one are you discarding?
The one that you're sat on.
Which is defend objective 2. Okay, so after that we will get over to Dark Angels turn 2. Just realised I need a battle shot test on those Black Knights. 5, I get to re-roll. Would I have failed that?
Yes,
yeah, okay, so re-roll. 5, yeah, so 1 wound. Apologies, it's a model, not a thingy, so I'll remove that guy. Okay, we're on Dark Angels turn 2. At the top here, these are Darran's objectives, and these down here are mine. Again, ridiculously lucky. I got Secure Objective 4 and Secure Objective 2 again, and I got Master the Warp, which is achievable if I get 1 psychic power through, basically. So that will take me up to a total of 7, which is really good, because it's currently looking like I might get ripped through, and in terms of I might take a lot of damage and have a few models left trying to survive based on the victory points I've achieved towards the end of the game. I'm going to try and get in combat and shooting as much damage as I can do this turn to try and stop as much firepower as Darran's got, although you have to note that in these Wave Serpents are also squads of Guardians which can tear through units. They're really good at it. So in terms of my movement though, it's fairly straightforward. These guys have moved forward, not advanced. They moved forward so they can hopefully charge and also shoot stuff. And all the flyers have moved. These two have moved 20, and this guy has moved a little bit further from over there on objective 1. That's to put as much firepower into this area as possible. The thing to note also is this Dark Talon here, the closest model to him is the Farseer on the jet bike, so I can fire all my Hurricane bolters into him. But yeah, that's pretty much it, so we'll get straight into the Psychic phase. Psychic phase, I just want to show you Margan Ra, who's sat here. You haven't actually seen him yet because of the angle of the camera. Is the target of Smite, because he's the closest model to the Librarian being here. So we're going to try and manifest Psychic power. So here we go. Fails on a 5, although I'm going to use a command point to re-roll because this is an objective of mine. It's worth re-rolling the 2. Oh no, so that fails. So I've used a command point. Now I'm going to try and cast, what's the other one I've got? It's either Mind Worm or Aversion. I'm going to go with Aversion, which is basically -1 to hit. So I'm going to go with -1 to hit on the guy with Fortune. So -1 to hit, see if it goes off. It does with 11. Can you beat 11? No. So we have got Master of the Warp, and this Night Spinner here is -1 to hit. We'll get over to some shooting. Okay, we're going to start with the Dark Talons because I think they're going to do a majority of the damage for me this turn. And we're going to start with this Dark Talon in the back. I'm going to fire all the Hurricane bolters into the Farseer down here. And I'm going to fire the Rift Cannon into this Wave Serpent here. So the Rift Cannon, D3 shots, 3, hitting on 3s. Oh wait, sorry. 3s, hit on 4s, although they still all hit, it's irrelevant. Wounding on 3s, strength 10. So we have 2 wounds, -3 AP.
Which one is it on?
It's on this one here.
Okay, so it would be 6s?
6s, yeah. No, failing both, and both do D3. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3 wounds on that
2
Wave
wounds,
Serpent.
because of the Wave Serpent shield.
So, wait one sec. I didn't know how the Wave Serpent shield worked. It always minuses it by 1, so in essence it's taken 2 wounds.
To a minimum of 1.
Yes. So there you go. And then the Hurricane bolters going into the Farseer. We have 24 shots because he's the closest model. I'm going to do this in batches of 12 as usual. So I want to hit on 3 because he's got the fly keyword. So that's our hit rolls. And then we're going to roll to wound on 4s. So 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
He's got 3+ save, right?
4+.
Okay.
Are you firing the other ones as well?
Do these saves first while I'm just sorting my dice out. So
1 wound.
1 wound. And then the second batch hitting on
3s?
3s, yeah. Just missing the 1. Wounding on 4s. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 4+ saves.
1, 2, 3, 4. He's
So
down to
it's a
1
total of
wound.
5 wounds. He's down to 1 wound. Oh my god.
You're quite lucky with the rolls to hit there.
Yeah. Okay. Also, something we realised earlier, jet bikes now have a 4+ save, not 3+, which affected the first round of shooting. It wouldn't have really affected it too much.
And then it did affect me for the next couple of minutes because I bitched and whined about it.
Oh yeah, of course, obviously, but that's just standard down grim behaviour.
Yeah. What are you doing?
This Dark Talon here, firing Hurricane bolters into these guys and Rift Cannon into this Wave Serpent, which is already injured. So that Wave Serpent is
2
on...
2 so far.
Huh? 2 wounds so far, yeah.
So it's on 11.
So, oh wait, yes. Oh crap, I need to do my roll. So on a 3+, it takes an additional D3 mortal wounds. Forgot to do that. So yeah, D3 mortal wounds. 1, so it's actually lost 3 wounds instead of 2.
Okay.
So the rift
We've
cannon
got
here.
a token for it because it's going to get quite confusing.
Okay, so the rift cannon from this guy into him, D3 shots for 3. Hitting on 4s, just a 1 hit. Wounding on a 3. It wounds, 6+ save. No. So it's taken D3 wounds for 1, so it takes 1 more wound. And then on a 3+, no, fails, it would have taken additional mortal wounds.
It's taken 4 altogether.
4 in total, so it's down to 10 wounds. And then the hurricane bolters. Oh, sorry, okay. And then the hurricane bolters, which are going into the jet bikes.
I'll jink.
You can't do that.
I know.
You cheeky little... Right, so, hurricane bolters, hitting on 3s.
3s, yeah.
This is the first batch of 12. And then wounding on 4s. For a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So do you want to roll those saves now? Failing 1,
3.
So, 3. So 1 bike's down and 1's down to 1 wound. And then the next batch of hurricane bolter shots, hitting on 3s. Not as great. And wounding on 4s. So 2 more wounds. Passing, but oh no, failing 1, 3+, isn't it? So we're down to 1 bike up there. Next up, last Dark Talon here, Rift Cannon, and then we're firing the 1 load of Hurricane Bolters into, no, both load of Hurricane Bolters, let's just kill him. So the Rift Cannon for D3 shots, total 1, same one.
Okay.
Hitting on a 4, so no, because it moved. And then the Hurricane Bolters, first batch 12, hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. Sorry, outside the box. So 1 wound.
Passes.
No. And then the second batch hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. 4+ dies. So we've taken out the jet bikes at the very, very least. Right, we need to start killing vehicles. So this vehicle here, we're going to start firing plasma talons. So this dude here, shooting at him, he's in a squad on his own essentially. Hitting on 3s with re-rolls thanks to Samael. And then strength 7, toughness 6, right?
7.
Oh,
so
wow. 4s. 2 wounds.
What's the minus?
-3, so 6+. That's just 1 damage. Nope, 2 more wounds. And then we have this squad of 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So rolling to hit on 3s with re-rolls thanks to Samael.
Is it re-rolls of 1s or all re-rolls?
All re-rolls, just re-rolls to hit. And that's combat and shooting. And then we are rolling to wound on 4s. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6+.
Oh, I made
passing
1.
The 1.
4 wounds.
How many is he down to now?
He's down to 4 wounds.
Okay.
Because you've done 5.
Okay. Next up, Samael is firing his plasma cannon. D3 shots for 3. Hitting on 2s. All hit. Wounding on 4s. Just the 1 wound, 6+. Nope. And then the Ancient back here is also firing. Hitting on 3s with rerolls, hits anyway. 4s to wound, 2 wounds, 2 6+ saves.
He's got 3 wounds left.
Passes 1, so he's got 2 wounds left. Finally, the heavy bolt here is firing into the same unit, hitting on 4s because it moved. All hit. Wounding on 5s, isn't it? 1 wound.
What's the minus?
-1, I believe.
Okay.
So he's down to 1 wound.
1 wound, yeah.
Wow. Unfortunately, oh actually no, I do have a librarian with his bolt guns. I did forget to fire Samael's rapid fire storm bolter, which is 8 shots, so he's going to fire those.
Because you have such a gracious opponent.
2s, re-rolling, thanks to his own ability of re-rolling to hits. Wounding on 5s. 1, 2, 3. Let's roll a 1.
Oh,
yes!
Damn.
Wake Serpent Con!
Does it explode?
Roll the dice, mate. No. Cool, so the Wave Serpent's gone and the Guardians inside need to get out. Okay, so they have gotten out, but we need to roll dice on one's models die. So we have one, just a one, so one model has died. Oh, two, sorry. Cool. I'm going to do some charges because I need to do them. So it's risky, however, these guys will need 8 inches to get within an inch. So I'm going to charge this squad of 5 first into that Wave Serpent, so Overwatch.
Okay, cool. Shuriken Cannon, 1 hit.
Yeah. Oh wait, can we move this here?
Sorry. Shuriken Cannon hits, and then the Scatter Laser, 1 hit from there. Purple one is the Shuriken Cannon.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 normal armor save.
So 1 3+ save. Passes. Let's see if they are in.
Yeah.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's just what they needed. So they'll get in.
Okay.
Next up, this guy's going to charge. So let's see if he's in. 5 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put him in front here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Samael's also going to charge the same.
Okay. It's going to need quite a bit, isn't it?
A bit more, yeah. I do need to be within an inch, which means I need to essentially make an 11-inch charge. It's very unlikely, however. Actually, let's see if is he any closer to anything else. No, no. It's all he can do, and there's no Overwatch, so no, he doesn't make it. Well, I could re-roll the 1. Should I use a command point to re-roll that 1? Luckily get a 6. No, I'm going to save it because it's...
I wouldn't have bothered.
No. The Ancient, let's see if he's in. No, he's not in. So that is it for our charges. We'll do the assault phase off camera and then I'll let you know what's happened.
Okay.
Okay, end of my turn 2. We have luckily secured objective 4, master the warp, and objective 2 for a total of 3 more points, which is necessary because I'm not going to be around much longer on the board. So I'm going to have to start hiding. Oh, I have realised I forgot about my Vindicator Assassin, but Darren, you're not going to let me fire him?
No.
You're not going to let me fire him?
No.
I'll remember that.
Because I let Samael fire. You've had your one by this turn.
Well, we'll remember that on the channel. We'll all remember that, Darren. What a prick. So that's
I already let you go back a turn.
Yeah, you don't secure objective 3 because I'm now on top of it.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. So over to Eldar, turn 2. Okay, we are on Eldar turn 2, and Darren hasn't been as lucky as I have. He's got psychological warfare, which is fairly unlikely. Defend objective 3, which he's pushing for, but I'm currently holding, so I've negated it. He has to start again, essentially. And behind enemy lines, which he currently does not have.
Yeah. I don't even really know what my cards are, because that's how annoyed I am about the cards so far. I'm not paying any attention to them.
I have found that's the thing so far. Liam doesn't seem bothered about the cards. He doesn't look at them. But ultimately, that is how you win games.
Well, you say that, but you're like 7 up based on getting some very good cards.
Oh, I got very, very lucky, but I did play to them.
Of course. But it's not difficult to play towards.
Some of that involved not moving anything.
Exactly.
Which is easy to play towards.
Tactical move of not moving.
He's a genius.
Yeah, man's a genius. Okay, Psycho Phase.
Camera's going a little bit mental. Right, what's up first, Darren?
Farsight is going to guide the Guardians in front of him.
Go for it.
Needs a 7. Gets it off.
On a 9.
On a 9.
Have it.
Okay. He's going to cast Fortune on this Wave Serpent in front of him as well.
Yeah.
And he also needs a 7 for that. Which he gets on an 8.
Okay. You can only cast 2 powers, right?
Exactly.
I'll try and deny it. Oh, outside the box, although I can't get it because I've rolled a 1. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we pause for a second for the shooting?
We're just going to quickly talk through Darren's movements. So Darren, what's going on?
Okay, real simple. The Guardians have got out of this Wave Serpent, that Wave Serpent's moved back. The Night Spinners have all stayed the same place because again they don't want to lose out on their ability to shoot. Guardians have disembarked here, the Storm Guardians, out of the Wave Serpent that they were in and moved forward towards this bundle of characters.
Yeah.
And the Wave Serpent that they were in has come around the corner to do some shooting. There's another Wave Serpent over here, which did take damage in the first turn, but he's going to try and hunt down those Ravenwing over there.
Yeah, also behind enemy lines, which you don't have yet because you're not in, but working towards it.
True. And the Farsight is just tucked around here, which is where he did the powers from. He's only got 1 wound left, so I don't expect him to live for very long.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the movement.
Right, so what do we have first up?
Okay, this 10-man unit of Guided Guardians is going to shoot at this. Okay, so there's 2 squads here, isn't there?
Yes.
So they're going to shoot at the main squad, the larger squad.
5, yeah.
And it's 3s to hit with rerolls.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 miss.
Inside a tip, those bikes are dead.
What's the toughness of them?
5.
Okay, so it's 5s to wound.
Yeah.
6s are minus 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 at -3, and then 5 normal saves.
Oh, -3. No, 1 wound, and then 3 plus. So 1 dies, and 1's down to 1 wound. So take this one here.
Okay.
And then 1 is down to 1 wound, which will be this guy here.
Okay.
Up next.
This squad, which has lost 2, is going to shoot at them as well. They're not guided.
Okay.
So still 3s to hit. Okay, that was...
Yeah, I know, yeah, you knocked it, it's fine.
Okay. I've really not rolled a great deal of 6s this game, so I'm hoping that this one's going to make up for it.
Oh, they're dead anyway, mate.
Okay, so that's 2 wounds so far.
6s? No, so 1 dies, 1
and then 3 normal saves.
Okay. 3 plus. Oh, outside of the thing, even though it passed. Yeah, fine.
Okay. So how many have we lost there?
We've lost 2.
Okay, and 1's down to 1
wound.
wound.
No, have we lost 2? Yeah, we've lost 2.
And then 1 on 1 wound, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. The next thing that's going to shoot is the Wave Serpent that's moved away.
Yeah.
It's going to fire its Shuriken Cannon first at the unit, the larger unit.
Yeah.
Doesn't suffer a modifier for the Shuriken Cannon for moving because it's an assault weapon.
Yeah.
So 2 hits from that, and then the 8 shots from the Scatter Laser, which is a -1. Okay. 3s on that one, so 1 normal save, and I'll roll these as well. 3 normal saves.
Cool, 3 plus. Passing all of them, tink, tink, tink.
Gosh darn it.
What's up next, bro?
Magum Ra's going to shoot at the same squad.
Yeah, he is. Sorry, you can't see him right now. He's still just down here. You can see his gun.
Okay.
Go for it.
All but 1 hit.
Yeah.
Again, 3s to wounds, 6s, which I've not had a lot of. 1 wound at minus such and such, and then 2 normal.
So 6 plus, is it?
Yep.
Oh yes, 2 3 plus. 1 wound, so the guy on 1 wound drops.
Okay.
That guy is on the objective still. Did just realise I didn't summarise the combat earlier. The guys charged in, they did 1 wound to the Wave Serpent did nothing back. Obviously the Wave Serpent's moved out, is now shooting. There you go. This Night Spinner just here, obviously, same squad, there you go.
Okay.
1 to hit.
2d6.
5 shots.
5 shots. Didn't move, and that's all hits. So 3s to wound you. 2 normal wounds.
3 plus saves. Oh, so 1 has lost another wound. I'll do the hunt smart there.
Okay. Next up, it's going to be that Night Spinner over there. Now this is the one that's had your minus on it.
Yes, -1 to hit.
Okay, so he's going to shoot at that same squad again.
Yep.
2d6. Okay, 6. He's hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Seem to get a lot of 6s to hit. Just need them to wound. No wounds.
Cool. Anything else?
Very annoying. And then the other Night Spinner is going to shoot at the same squad.
This one down here?
Yep. Okay. I'm going to use my 1 reroll that turn to try and turn this into a higher number.
Oh, down to 3 command points.
Yep. I get 11 with that. Okay. And then 3s to wound.
Yep.
Come on, 6s. You've been absent. Yay. 2 of them. So 2 6-ups and then 5 normal saves.
No, so He's down to 1 wound, and then 5 normal saves.
Yep.
No, dead. There is a slight benefit to that happening. I now can't fail a morale test anywhere on the board, really, because it's all single models, which means Darran has to discard that card, which helps me a tiny bit.
That comes from not paying attention to what the cards were.
It does. This Wave Serpent just here, shooting at the guys. There are 3 bikers just in that building there. So we'll roll over here. What we got?
So the shuriken catapults are underneath. They get 4 shots.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s because they're assault weapons. Okay. Wounding on 5s, any 6s obviously. No. And then the cannon on top. 4s. 3s to wound. 1 wound.
1 takes 1 wound.
Okay.
Cool.
Illic is going to try and snipe that librarian.
Yeah, Illic up here, down at librarian just here.
And he hits him.
Yeah.
Wounds him. It's -3. I think you've got the invulnerable there, haven't you?
4 plus. Fails, although I'm going to use a command point to re-roll that. Passes.
Shucks. Would have been nice. And then discarded. So the Guardians are going to shoot
Librarian?
The Librarian.
Yeah.
They're going to fire everything but the melter gun at him.
Okay.
So that is 1.
Although you need to announce what you're shooting now, you can't shoot it all and then...
Just counting the dice. And then the melter gun is going to shoot at Samael.
Can't do that.
Why not?
He's not.
Oh, he's not the closest. No, silly me. Wave Serpent is going to shoot at the Librarian.
So he changes or shooting order a tiny bit. Yeah, Wave Serpent first.
Wounding on 3s. Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
6 wounds.
Oh, wait, did you -1 to hit?
Yes.
Passing all his saves.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Shuriken cannon at the bottom from him. Come on, 3 6s. Oh, so 1 invulnerable.
4 plus.
Yep.
No.
And then 2 normals.
2 3 plus. Fine, down 2 wounds. Still in the game, mate.
Yep. In which case the Guardians will fire everything at him then.
Yeah.
So 6 pistols. Okay, so that many hits. I'm going to do the flamer now. So D6. Okay, that's 3 hits. So these are all wounding on 4s.
Yeah.
Sorry, 5s. Okay, that's 4 normal wounds for him.
4 3 plus saves. Failing 2, he's dead.
Yay! Didn't get to fire the melter gun though. Never mind.
What's that?
I think that might be everything that I've fired now, actually.
Okay. So assault phase.
It will be the assault phase.
What's that? What are you doing?
Well, these 2 units are going to charge him.
Okay.
These guys are going to charge the Ancient.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay, so Overwatch over here. We'll have to do these one at a time, obviously, because if you fail a charge, who's assaulting first?
These guys are assaulting
right,
first.
So Overwatch, no fail. See if he gets in. Basically, they're in.
Yep.
Yeah. And then the other squad.
See if they get in.
3 inches. I think he failed it, which is good, because if you would have made it, you'd have had to have piled in and potentially taken yourself off objective 3, which wouldn't have been smart.
Okay. So see if you can shoot the Storm Guardians.
6s, re-rolling somehow. No.
Okay, do I get in?
4 inches.
4 inches, I think that is.
I think they probably are in.
Yeah, that is, isn't it?
Oh, you only need to be an inch, so yeah, you're definitely in.
Yeah.
Our heroic intervention with Samael.
Okay.
Okay, just a quick summary of the combats here. So luckily over here, the Guardians did 2 wounds to the Ancient. However, Samael and the Ancient managed to wipe them out, and then with a battle shock, the last one died. And then over here, unfortunately, no wounds onto the Huntsmaster and no wounds back. I have moved Samael and the Ancient this way by 3 inches, just so that next time they're going to move up, they're probably going to shoot these guys to death and then charge these guys, hopefully wiping out 2 squads of Guardians and put myself back on top a little bit. So in terms of objectives, Darran hasn't secured any, unfortunately. However, he is discarding Psychological Warfare. He has taken his first step towards Defend Objective 3, needing that for 2 turns, which will be his turn and my turn. So I need to make sure I wipe him off that by the end of my turn. Okay, we are on Ravenwing or Dark Angels turn 3. In terms of my cards, these are the ones I've secured or I've picked up. Scour the Skies. It's basically any model with the fly keyword, and Darran's Warlord has the fly keyword as he's on a jet bike. Advance, which is get everyone out of my deployment zone, and hold the line, which keeps 3 units inside my deployment zone. Now my Vindicare Assassin, who I've forgotten to fire every turn so far, is not moving. Therefore, advance is the one I'm going to discard, so I put it that way just to remind myself I need to discard it. Hold the line, I do not have 3 units, but I'm going to work towards it. So, in terms of my movement, there's been a tiny bit of movement over here. These bikes here have advanced from over there to here to hide a little bit to try and survive. Vindicare Assassin obviously staying where he is. Samael has moved back, he's just here. I might have to move him a tiny bit before we leave this phase, and the Dark Shroud has followed him to give him -1. And then over here we have, so as you'll see, the Dark Talons are in positions that they wouldn't be able to if they were still flying, and that's because they've dropped to hover mode. So this one has moved from here and therefore has dropped his bomb on this squad of Guardians just here. This one has moved from back this way, as has this one. This one, the closest model to him is Darran's Warlord, so I'll be firing all of my shots into him. And then over here, we're just basically going to try and clean up all this infantry. The Ravenwing Ancient has moved over here. He can obviously charge in without being overwatched, so that's my intention there. And that's pretty much it for my movement. I think I need to play the objectives game, and I do have a period in time right now where I can do a fair bit of damage with those Dark Talons, so I'm going to try and take a bit of the punch out of Darran and also take some of his manoeuvrability out so that he can't skewer objectives when he does start getting them. So we'll move straight into the shooting phase. So starting out, we are going to fire over here. The Dark Talon just there is going to fire his Hurricane Bolters at the Farseer on 1 wound, and then he's going to fire his Rift Cannon down here at this Night Spinner, who is on 8 wounds. So the Hurricane Bolters hitting on 3s, the first batch of 12, and wounding on 4s. We have just 2 wounds, 2 4+. Fine, and then the second patch, I really hope I kill him, otherwise I've made a big mistake. Second batch of 12, hitting on 3s. Outside. And then wounding on 4s. So 4s to wound. 1, 2, 3. 3 4+. If he fails 1. Oh my god, he passes it! Not only has he saved Slay the Warlord, he has also just denied me Scour the Skies. However, I do get to fire at other stuff that is flying, and hopefully we'll be able to take that down that way. Or I can fire with my Vindicare Assassin if I remember, which I'm going to do next.
Can you see him?
Yes. Oh, no. No, I can't. Damn it. Okay, so we are going to go with the Rift Cannon, which is D3 shots for 1. Hitting on a 4 hits, wounding on 3 outside the box and on the floor. No wound, unfortunately.
Was that on the Night Spinner? That was
on that Night Spinner, and that's that Dark Talon up in the top left fired. Okay, so the Vindicare, who's down here in this building just here, is going to fire. Unfortunately, can't see the Farseer, but he's going to fire at Illic, who's on top of that building just there. So, firing to hit on 2+. Oh, I've got a 3.
It makes no difference anyway because it would be -1, but you got a 3 anyway.
I got a 3, so I've hit. Now I always wound on the 2+ because you're infantry. Yep, 2. So it's a wound.
Okay.
Now I think I do D6.
What's the AP?
The AP is -3, and there's no invulnerable saves to be taken against it.
It doesn't have an invulnerable save.
And I think it ignores cover as well.
Does it?
Yes.
So he's way better than Illic.
Yeah. So do you what?
Oh, there's nothing I could do.
Okay, and it's D3 wounds. 1 sec. If it's a character, even if it's sort of in addition, a wound roll of 6, which I didn't roll.
No, you didn't.
I just did a 2. So
D3.
D3. 1 wound.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Just 1 wound. Next up, we have the Dark Talon, who has moved over this squad here. Is going to fire his bomb to begin with. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are there 8 guys left?
Yeah.
So 8 on 4 pluses, they die. So we have 1, 2,
5.
3, 5 indeed. So 5 have died from the bomb, and his one use bomb has been used. And now it's shooting. It is going to fire. It's Rift Cannon at this Night Spinner down here, and it's going to fire its Hurricane Bolters at these guys here.
Yeah.
So Hurricane Bolters, first load of 12, hitting on 2s, or hit wounding on 3s. So that is a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, squad's gone. And then the Rift Cannon, see how many shots we got? D3 shots for 2. Hitting on 4s. 1 hits, wounding on 3. It wounds, 6 plus. Minus 3 AP. Fails. Does D3 wounds for 1, so it's taken 1 wound. And then on 3 plus, no. So
okay,
it's down to 7, yeah. Next up, we have this Dark Talon just here. It's going to fire everything into the Night Spinner. So the Rift Cannon first, D3 shots for 2, hitting on 4s, both hit, wounding on 3s, both wounds, 6 plus saves. No, and then D3 wounds, a 3 and a 2. Now they're both -1, are they, or is that just Wave Serpent?
Just Wave Serpents.
So that's a total of 5 wounds there. And then we have on a no, I am actually gonna spend the command point to re-roll that. So 3 plus, yeah. So an additional D3 mortal wounds for 3.
Dead.
So it's gone. Did that have the fly keyword? It does, doesn't
Yes.
it? So that has secured me Scale of the Skies.
Does it blow up?
Lucky. So on a 6, no. To be fair, it's too far from anything to affect. I did say I'd fire everything at it, so the Hurricane Bot shots are unfortunately gone, which is fair enough.
Going in to shoot out of there.
This Ravenwing Ancient just here is going to fire his guns at this Wave Serpent just here. So we have 2 plasma cannons shots coming in, hitting on 3s. Both hit, wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, -3, so 6 plus. Oh, outside the box, re-roll it. We've got 2 as well, not just 1.
1.
So he's taken 1 wound.
Yeah.
Cool. And last up, oh no, my I was going to say, oh no, I can. So I didn't advance this Dark Shroud just here. So the Dark Shroud can shoot. The Dark Shroud is going to shoot. He's going to shoot at the same thing we just shot at, the same Wave Serpent. See if we can do some more damage to it. So 3 shots, hitting on 4s, but with rerolls because he is close to Samael. So it will hit. Winning on 5s, just a 1 wound. I think it's -1 AP. Still passes. Okay, and that is it for my shooting. In terms of the assaults then, I might assault the... No, I can't. No, I can do that, can't I? So this vehicle over here, I think is going to assault the Farseer, unless there's some reason I can't do it. So he's hovering. He's the closest model to him.
Which vehicle?
Boop.
I don't think there's any reason I can't.
Actually, there's any reason I can't. Let me just double check this.
I'm not going to take any
Let's
wounds
do
off it.
Why not? So, because he's hovering, he loses the airborne special rule, so you can't see any reason why not. So, see if you can hit me. Nope. See if I'm in. Can't fail because he's the closest model. There you go. And I'm also going to roll, while we're here, I'm going to roll for the Ancient. So the Ancient is going to join in this combat just here. So see if we're in, and we are. Okay, so starting out combat, I get to do the units that have charged first. So we'll start with, actually I'm going to summarise this off camera. I was going to summarise this, but so the Dark Talon only has 3 attacks, hitting on 6s and 2 6s. There's no way I can't put this on camera. Wounding on 3s for 2 wounds, 2 4+ saves. Oh, slay the Warlord! Slay the Warlord with the Dark Talon. Oh my god, that's insane. How do you feel about that? Great.
It feels a little bit uncinematic.
It is, but I mean, it happened. And then I'm going to summarise the rest of it. So you guys saw the combat with the Farseer, which is unreal. Over here, I managed to kill 2 Guardians, and unfortunately the Guardians didn't manage to do any damage in return, so we stay locked in combat. Coming down here, we're going to have a look at our objectives. So, I managed to get Scour the Skies by killing both the Farseer and the, what did I kill? Was it a Night Spinner? Yeah, Night Spinner. So that one is achieved, taking me up another victory point. I've also got Slay the Warlords. I'm going to discard Advanced. We are on Eldar turn 3, and these 3 objectives here are the objectives we have for the Eldar. We've got Secure Objective 3, Defend Objective 3, which has been a massive bone of contention for the Eldar, but it looks like we might finally get there, and behind enemy lines. So, looking at this now, what Darren's done, actually, do you want to talk through your movement?
Yeah, the 2 Night Spinners have stayed the same, where they were, because I don't want to move them. I don't want to end up losing the ability to shoot. Illic stayed here. Magravnar's moved up a little bit just to give him a bit more range. Crucially, this Wave Serpent has moved around to here.
Yeah.
And it's still got stuff in the cargo. The Guardians, which are in combat, fell back and went into the Wave Serpent. The Wave Serpent then moved to here, ready to shoot down. And the last Wave Serpent moved forward from where it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool, yeah.
Shooting phase.
Yeah, we've got no Psychic anymore.
No. Illic is going to fire at the Ancient.
Cool, okay.
So he's hitting on a 2. He misses.
Okay. I'm going to slightly move this back.
I'm going to use my reroll for this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 2 left then.
Yes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Okay. I've slightly moved this back. We'll just shift it back. It's on the line. I know where it is. I know there's a character in there for distance, just so you can see the tray.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, okay. What's next?
Next up, Magravnar's going to fire 4 shots here, because he's firing twice, not splitting his things, and 4 shots there.
I can't do that.
He can, it's firing twice.
No, I know. However, he's a character. You have to announce at the same time. He's not close.
Yeah, sorry. Just trying to get used to this.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case, I'm going to fire this first then. So the Shuriken Cannon underneath.
Yeah.
Firing at the closest target, so it doesn't take a modifier, it's an assault weapon anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so that's from the Shuriken Cannon.
We're going to have to make a lot of saves.
Yep. He's made quite a few saves, that one guy.
He has.
And then the scatter laser on top. Okay, these need 3s. Okay. And then 3s from this, 6s are decent. Okay, so it is 6 saves altogether.
Okay, so 6 saves. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. 3 plus. Failing all by 1, he's still alive. Still alive. What's up next?
Magravnar's going to shoot at... Oh, we can't shoot him,
Can't. Stop trying it. It was literally like 3 seconds ago.
Stupid 8th edition rules. Over here, this guy's going to shoot at them.
Okay.
Start off with the Shuriken catapults at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, double 6.
Yeah.
So that's, first of all, 2 6-up saves.
Failing both, so one's died.
Okay. And then the scatter laser on top.
Yeah.
Again, shooting at the closest target, so there's no modifiers for him to worry about. And then 3s to wound. Okay, that's 5 saves.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 3 plus saves. Passing all by 1, so 1 is down to 1 wound. We'll make it the guy who doesn't have the melter gun.
Over there.
Okay, what's happening next, Dan?
This Night Spinner shooting at that Knight.
Bring him on.
2d6.
Oh, for 11 shots. Can you say overkill?
I was trying to be a little bit better with the shooting, but unfortunately he's survived a lot.
He has. It's always those last ones.
And then 3s.
How many wounds have I got to save?
6.
6 3 plus
And
save.
there were no 6s in there either. Yeah,
oh, he fails to... Actually, I'm going to spend my last command point just to annoy you. Because if you can see the look on his salty little face right now.
Well, he has survived quite a lot.
Soak up the salt. Okay, This is literally just to annoy Darran as well. I love it. It's fantastic. Okay, so I really want this to pass. It would be so funny. Yes, it passes. He's still alive. Oh, command point well spent, just to get that reaction off him. Look at that face.
All right. That Night Spinner is going to shoot him as well.
Yeah.
11 again.
11 shots. I'd love it if I made all these saves. He might cry.
This many. Come on, some 6s would be nice. Because I don't think they've rolled any 6s yet.
No 6s. Oh, not many wounds. 3 wounds.
Yeah.
I can make 3/3+ saves, right guys?
Probably.
Oh, he fails 2, he is dead.
Get him off.
It was worth it though. Get him off, look at that. Taste that salt. Right, what's up next?
Magan Ra is...
He's already shot, isn't he?
He hasn't shot, because
remember
we were having a debate.
Oh, you were having a debate.
You're reminding me. So we've got 16 inches there.
Yeah.
And I would say over 16 inches there.
Yeah.
So he's going to shoot at the Ancient.
Okay.
Some 6s would be nice. They've been surprisingly absent all game. And
No
still
6s.
absent.
Well, what strength is he?
6.
Oh, okay. 4.
Yeah, 4 of them.
4 3+ saves, passing all bar 2. It's down to 1 wound, but he's still in the game. Okay, so we are at the end of Eldar turn 3, and Darran has secured objective 3, and behind enemy lines, taking him up to 2 victory points. 2 whole victory points. Put him on that.
Mind you, I didn't sort out my deck ready beforehand.
Oh, I had mine all laid out so I'd get the exact cards I wanted. However, defend objective 3, he is on the first turn, he has attempted to get that. So at the end of my turn, he will secure defend objective 3. We are on Dark Angels turn 4. We have hold the line, supremacy, and defend objective 3. 2 of those are achievable, and objective 3 being the most popular objective in this game by far. So hold the line is achieved by Samael here, Vindicator Assassin here, and the squad has moved back over there. They are also holding objective 4. Vindicator is also holding objective 2. And if you look to the left, my Ancient has fallen back and is now claiming objective 5. So that's all good. That gives me supremacy and hold the line. If you look over here, they have gone into flight mode again, so they get hard to hit. I move them this way. They're all going to fire into one model, and I'm going to make sure that I basically plow everything I can into that one model to see if I can kill him. I might speed up the shooting process and skip the shooting until we get to the last few shots on that one. Other than that, there's no real shooting to be had because the unit over in the top right here, they had to advance to get 20 inches to move on to that objective, so they won't be shooting. Samael also advanced, so it's basically the Vindicare, this, and the Dark Turns that can shoot essentially. So I'm going to summarise a lot of this. Okay, a very quick summary. All 3 Dark Turns shot, and I managed to take that Wave Serpent down to 7 wounds, but still has 7 wounds remaining. Despite all that firepower, Rift Cannons missed a lot. This Ravenwing Ancient just here fired his Plasma Talon at this, no wounds. This provided supporting fire into the Wave Serpent to your left, however, nothing. And the Vindicator Assassin, tucked in this building just here, shot all the way up enemy at the gate style at Illic and took another 2 wounds off him, so he's on 2 wounds. That, however, is the end of my turn, but I have secured some objectives. So we have secured supremacy and hold the line. So hold the line is just a standard one, so that's taking me up an additional point. However, supremacy, I'm going to roll this. Are you okay with me rolling outside the tray?
Yeah, I don't mind, mate.
Just go in the middle.
Yeah.
So D3 for 1. So it's 2 more objective points. Unfortunately, I could have re-rolled that if I saved my command point, but it was worth
Yeah.
seeing Darren's little face when he got all sorry. But he's better now, it's fine. Anyway, those are 2 objectives. I'm going to discard defend objective 3 because it's just the bane of everyone's existence right now. start of Eldar turn 4. Obviously, at the end of my last turn, Darran did secure a defend objective, so he can, as you see, has gone up from 2 to 4 points. And he has drawn Kingslayer, Blood and Guts, and Overwhelming Firepower. Overwhelming Firepower is kill a unit shooting. Blood and Guts is kill it in a close combat, and Kingslayer is obviously kill my Warlord. Unfortunately, Warlord is looking very, very unlikely, as he is not only the furthest model away, but he is fairly well hidden with a bit of a cover save. So we'll get over to our movement phase. Okay, movement for the Eldar. What have you done, Darran?
Okay, so this one has moved away from objective 3, because I'm sick of it. Magron Ra's come down from his tower and is just shuffling along towards an objective. I haven't got that objective in my hand, but who knows, it might turn up. The Wave Serpent that was in the middle has shooted all 16 over to here, and is going to be shooting everything there. The Guardians have got out of this transport, moved and advanced so that they can all be in range and not have the...
Can you lift the building up quickly?
All be in range and not have the building be in the way.
Yeah.
The Night Spinners have done the same thing they've done every game, which is stay where they are.
So they can keep shooting.
Yeah. This guy is going to start off and he's going to shoot at your Ancient.
Bring it on, yeah.
So dark coloured dice are the Shuriken Catapults at the bottom,
okay.
And the orange is going to be the Scatter Laser. Okay, these are all, the Shuriken Catapults are assault weapons, and he's got Crystal Targeting Matrix shooting at the closest target, which means he doesn't get the modifier for it being a heavy weapon.
Yeah.
The dark coloured ones need 5s and 3s on the orange.
What have we got to roll?
So you have got 5 normal armour saves.
Can I make 5 3+
Probably.
Saves? No, I didn't. Just the one though, so the Ancient is dead.
Okay.
It was worth it, he gave me supremacy. He was going to die anyway. Okay, so we have these Guardians just here. Obviously this is where we lifted up the building earlier. They're going to be shooting into the bikers, so give me some shots. You can also see in the foreground just here a Visicast dice tower. They are supplied by the XLC. There's also some Visicast pallets, and there's some cool stuff inside, and you can buy all that stuff. I will link it below. If you could go and buy it, some of the proceeds go to us, and that would greatly help us out. Anyway, I don't know, I haven't watched what you're doing, but yeah.
Rolling to wound, 5s and 6s. Oh, that was a 6. That wasn't a 6.
Okay.
It was a 5.
Yeah.
So 3 normal saves and 1 6-up save.
I did 6-ups first, which I fail, so 1's dead.
1's on 1 wound.
3+. So no, the squad is gone.
Sweet. Shoot at that.
Cool. Wave Serpent here, shooting at this guy just here.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
So, again, it's the closest target for him, so he's only at -1 because of you flying.
Yeah. And its toughness is 6, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, toughness 6.
So 4's on the orange, 5's on the dark coloured dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2 wounds.
Cool. 2 3+ saves. Passing 1, 1 fails. He's down to 9 wounds. What's up next?
Next up, this Shadow Weaver at the back, shooting at the same one. That's 2d6 shots. I'm going to use a one of my last 2 to re-roll that to hopefully get a higher number. No, so 7 shots.
Yeah. What strength is this?
7.
Oh, nice. Really on 3s.
Got to hit first.
Yeah. Hit on 4s, right?
Yep.
Now winning on 3s.
Yep. Come on 6s, you've been abandoning me all game. Woo!
2 6s.
2 6s at minus, so that's -3 for them.
2 6+ saves. No,
and the other one, which is
3+. So he's just lost 2 more wounds. He's down to 7.
Okay. And then it'll be the other Night Spinner in the other corner is going to shoot at it as well.
Yeah, this one just here. Going to hit.
Gets 12 shots.
Oh, nice. Double 6. So you're also down to 1 command point, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, I think that might be the end of him.
Really have done with those 2.
That might be the end of him. 4 6+ saves, right?
No, that's to hit.
Oh,
I now need
right,
to
I was going to say, I thought that was to wound.
No, I'd love it if that
God,
was
it
to
wasn't,
wound.
man.
So 3's to wound, 6's are good. That's
okay.
1. That's 5.
Yeah, 5 3+ saves, passing all bar 1, so he's down to 6 wounds. So, Morgan Ra shooting him, no modifiers, going to hit.
All hit.
Oh, hits on 2s.
Yeah, through 4s to wound this time, but with 6s obviously.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, so 2 6+ saves.
So which one's coming first? Okay. And then 2 normal ones.
And 2 3+. So he's down 2, he's lost 3 more wounds, he's on 3 wounds left. Ripping through him now, ripping through him.
I'm going to fire this at that as well. He's going to be hitting on 5s though.
Okay.
Because you're not the closest target, so I can't use my war gear.
Okay. So 2 hits.
Okay. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Both 3+.
Both 3+.
Passing 1 and failing 1 is down to 2 wounds. Still in the game though. Just. Cool. Is that everything?
Nope.
Ah! What else is left?
Illic.
Just Illic. Can he shoot vehicles?
You can shoot them, but what damage he does, I don't know.
So Illic is hitting on a 3. Is it just 1 shot?
Yeah.
Okay, hitting on 3.
Yeah, that's the 3rd one he's rolled in a row.
Oh God. Is that all you're shooting?
I think so.
Cool.
That would have been fun. That would have been if I'd have taken that out.
Would have. That would have been equal to my Dark Talon taking out your Warlords. However, that is lucky because you only killed 2 units in shooting, not 3, which means 1 point for overwhelming firepower instead of 3. Are you charging anyone? Is there any assaults going on?
I don't think there's anyone that can assault.
Not really.
No. I'm
No,
not even that fussed too much about not taking out that flyer because it's more damage than I thought I was going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I was very impressed. So overwhelming firepower is 1, so Darran has another victory point, taking him up to 5 points. Are you discarding Blood and Guts or Kingslayer?
I will get rid of Blood and Guts because...
Cool. Okay, we'll move over to turn 5 for the Dark Angels. However, for our turn, we have picked up Behind Enemy Lines, which is a priority order received. Priority order received means only the Warlord can achieve it.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yes.
Okay.
However, because I got priority orders and Behind Enemy Lines, if I secure Behind Enemy Lines, I get D3 for Behind Enemy Lines. Oh, sorry, wait, no, I get 1 for Behind Enemy Lines, and then I get 3 for the Warlord doing it. So that's 4 victory points in one thing right there. So that's really good. Objective 5, which I currently do not have and will not have, and Domination, which again I don't have and will not have. So I will be discarding one of those. My movement, however, is very, very, very simple, and it's fairly obvious what I've done here. So all these guys are still flying. They've all moved this way. Actually, I might do a slight bit of a rejig and put him there. Basically, the goal is to get everyone within 6 inches of the Dark Shroud. So the Dark Shroud, so these guys are -2 to hit on all of them. Samael is obviously a character, so can't be shot at because there's loads of stuff closer to him, and nothing can move to be closest to him. So essentially I'm using Samael, these guys as a buffer to get Sammy through to get me priority orders received, which will hopefully secure me the victory. There is a small chance that Darran can come back despite being ahead of him because we do have turn 4, turn 5, and then if the game goes on, Vindicator Assassin has stayed where he is. Okay, I'm going to quickly summarise this again because it's fairly straightforward. Basically, Rift Cannon and Hurricane Bolters from this dude are going into Montcar, whatever his name is, and then the I'll see what I need to do here, but the Rift Cannons are going this way, and then we'll see if he's left. But I'll explain what's happened with a quick summary. Okay, so this Dark Talon managed to kill the character with its shooting, and surprisingly the bolt gunfire and heavy bolter fire from this dude onto the Wave Serpent managed to do how many wounds?
6 wounds in total.
6 wounds, pretty good going. Other than that, I have discarded Domination because Domination is not going to happen at this point in the game. Secure Objective 5 I'll keep for the time being, and obviously we're keeping priority orders received because that's a big one. So it's over. We have, unfortunately, Assassinate, Master Warp, Kingslayer. Master Warp obviously was achievable at some point, so we kept it. It has to be discarded normally. Kingslayer and Assassinate is basically kill Samael, who, as I described in my previous turn, is well hidden. So, Darran, movement, what have you done?
We've only just sort of moved this forward. The Guardians we worked out were just in range to get in here. This guy's sort of pivoted on the spot. He's not going anywhere. This has moved forward, and this has moved forward also to get in range. Yes. So it's about trying to maximise the amount of firepower. One of the things I did pick up on, which we didn't pick up on earlier in last turn with the shooting, that one of the flyers was down to 2 wounds, and therefore could have affected his ability to shoot. But we forgot it.
Would have done, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to start shooting then. This guy's going to shoot at that.
Which Dark Sun?
This one shooting at that one.
Okay, he's on 4 wounds.
That's fine.
Cool. Bring it on. Actually, I'm going to summarise. It's just going to be a lot of shooting. It's going to be a lot of the same stuff, so I'm going to summarise this. Okay, so in terms of shooting, we had 1 wound on this guy here and 2 wounds on this flyer here.
He almost went down though.
He very, very nearly did. And over here, so in terms of our objectives, none secured by Darran. Do you wish to discard any? You got assassinate.
Well, I'll get rid of the psychic one. I can't possibly score.
Yeah. We have behind enemy lines, as we did before, with priority orders received. Secure objective 5 and secure objective 3. I have ignored 5 and 3 for the meantime, just so I can definitely get behind enemy lines as a priority order received. In terms of my movement, very standard. I've just moved, so these have all dropped into hover mode and moved back down here. Samael, as you can see, is just here in their deployment zone. And we have the Dark Shroud just here as well. I might do a little bit of jigging, but essentially that's the movement. And the Vindicator Assassin stays down here. I'm going to summarise any shooting, and I'll let you know what happened. So a very quick summary. These guys all fired at the Wave Serpent just here. Destroyed the Wave Serpent, then shot at some of the occupants. Killed all bar 2. Battle shock test passed on a 1. Also, I had secure objective 3 and secure objective 5, so Darran has secured those off me. However, I have secured priority orders received behind enemy lines. Secure objective 6, assassinate and Kingslayer. We're just going to summarise the whole turn as 1 because we're pretty much at the end of the game. So these Guardians have moved up slightly and they shot at this flyer here, as did all the other vehicles. Eventually it died, it had 1 wound, and we had some wounds chipped off here. Illic over in the corner up there, shot down at Samael, got a 1 unfortunately, so missed him, no damage.
Time running.
However, because Darran had secure objective 6, I have secured it at the end of my turn, which takes me up to more points. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and we are going to call the game there just because of the points differential. Cool, so that is the game finished.
You know what the best thing about today was?
What?
How we've managed to put ourselves in exactly the same position we were for the intro.
Identical.
Identical.
My knee's in the same place, so we don't look as dishevelled. No, so the end points were, I think it was 16 to 7, I think.
Don't know, I wasn't counting.
It was something like that, or it was close to that, I can't remember. We've packed up since. But quite a big difference. If you looked at the table and what was left, you had more stuff left, I think, and you had more firepower left as well.
I probably had more dangerous stuff left.
You did, you did. I don't think even if it, so we called it turn 5, but even if it went on, you wouldn't have had time to table me or catch up, I don't think.
But it's always one of those things you like to do with games. Like, oh, if it went out without a turn limit, what would happen? Eldar would win.
Yeah, they would have done, but obviously that's not the case. That's not how it works. I did think it was one of the better or best games of 8 that I've played. Just in terms of the fact that it started like most games seem to have started. I'm sure you guys, if you've been playing, know this, but most games I've played, and Darren's played actually, you smash each other in the first turn, and then it's just this big blob of fighting, and then you get to the end of the turn and end of the game, and that's it. You just sat in a space rolling dice at each other. Yeah. Whereas this game, yeah, sure, it started like that. It had to, because you've got to initially whittle people down. However, it ended up working its way all around the board. We shifted from one end and then I had to make it, the priority orders received one for Samael was really nice. The fact that I had to escort him down one side of the board, I thought that was pretty awesome. Yeah. And obviously I did exploit some game mechanics to get that done. If I would have ran Samael on his own, I think he would have died, well, he definitely would have died. So I had to create a bubble. So the fact that you can't shoot characters, you have to shoot other stuff. I think that was quite smart by me. I just did that. I'm
sorry, I wasn't listening.
Good. Yeah, what did you think of the game?
echoing the same points you've made, which is for 8th edition I've played not very many games, not as many games as you. I've seen some games, and this is the first one that I can see where it doesn't follow the same pattern. Which is, as you described, you essentially turn one, armies are both on each other within sort of 12-inch range. It's a massive firefight, all close combat straight away. And it in the games I'd seen and played, it seemed like, where's the tactics in this game?
Yeah.
And certainly this one did open my eyes. Okay, well, it can be a little, you know, it can still have a lot of the elements that you had before. Part of that, I think, had to do with me constructing a list that I knew would be able to move around a bit and get away and have range.
Yeah.
So obviously, as you can notice, I stuck everything back as far as possible.
So obviously, Darran, you wouldn't have seen this. I don't think we didn't say it. Darran got to choose the deployment type. So with the roll off for who got to go, who placed the first token, it was me who won. Therefore, Darran picked the deployment map.
Just a hammer and anvil.
Yeah. Which I mean, if I would have picked, I would have gone with Dawn of War.
Yeah.
Or the.
We noticed that some of the other ones.
Triangle one.
If you look at some of the other ones, particularly the new ones they have in there, there's an 18-inch gap between you and the opponent, whereas in maybe the old three,
it was always 24.
They would always be 24.
Yeah.
So that's part of the reason I sort of went for that one, just because I wanted to see the game played differently from how I have seen it played.
Yeah.
It's certainly the most enjoyable one I think I've had. There are things I'm not keen on in 8th edition. This isn't the time for talking about it, because we haven't got that long.
No.
But certainly,
there's not enough time when you go to Nando's, apparently, either.
No, not enough time
to eat a Nando's meal.
No.
I did want to give a shout out to the MVPs of the game, which are the Dark Talons for me. So Dark Talons have gotten really good since last edition, which is why the reason I've taken 3 of them is A, because they're good, and that's how things work if you want to do well. And also it gives me an additional command point, so I have 2 detachments, 1 command point for each, and then Battle Forge, taking me to a total of 5. However, if I didn't have those, I reckon Darran would have, there's no way I would have won, even if I had 2. So I had a variant where I took 2 instead of 3, but I get 1 less command point and all that stuff. The stuff on the ground, you were just shredding through, and if I didn't have those flyers, I would just have more stuff on the ground. He would have had no problem ripping through it. They were the ones going around. They're good at getting objectives because they can skewer objectives. They can get in your face so that you're like, oh crap, and weaken you straight away. They can get behind and get to characters, as they did with the Farseer.
Essentially, they've got wherever they go, they've got a 24-inch circle where they're of a huge amount of impact, because of course that's your rapid fire range with hurricane bolters.
Yeah.
So each one is like 24 hours of.
Inches,
or 12 inches on the side, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course.
So you've got a nice big sphere of them, and they're really effective for their points. And you might say, okay, well, you know, they're really effective just mostly against troops. Well, actually, they're effective in all phases. To
be fair, yeah.
They're a bargain. For what
they really are, and I found that despite the Rift Cannon being strength 10 minus 3 AP, D3 damage, or D6 if you're on a 6 or something like that, I can't remember. I found that the Hurricane Bolt of Fire sometimes was stripping off more wounds than the Rift Cannon was. In fact, in quite a few shooting phases where we summarised it, the Hurricane Bolts did more damage than the Rift Cannons. I mean, maybe that's slightly different because you minus damage by 1 or something, so maybe it levels out a tiny bit, I don't know, but yeah, they were definitely the MVPs of the game, and I think I'm going to have to take them. They've become a new must-take from my Ravenwing now, I think.
It's like that with the Dark Shroud.
Yeah. And I have been playing games despite not filming them. I haven't really had the time, but the games I've been playing, I've tinkered with a few different Ravenwing lists, and this is the list that I've settled on as being kind of the list that I'm just, because I usually find a list, try and optimise it as best as possible, to keep playing it, get good at it, and then play something else, occasionally go back to it. Very little variation, occasionally if I spot something new. But the one thing that I'm not sure about to get the list solidified, because I've got some tournaments coming up. We're going to go to the GT. Heat 3, are you coming? Heat 3 of the 40k GT, we're going. We had a conversation in the group chat about it.
Yeah, but I didn't take part.
I know you didn't. But I'm definitely going. Tickets go on sale on Monday.
Well, I suppose it is near my birthday.
Come then, come.
You realise the weather's going to be awful.
We're inside, we're in a hall.
They've got Rock City up there.
Oh, we're going there. Yeah. Anyway, sidetracks. The Vindicare, I'm not sure about. That's the only part of the army I'm not sure about. Now, there's two sides to him. One, I forgot to fire him on, I think, three turns. I just didn't fire him. only because I forgot. So 3 turns he did nothing. That's my fault. However, he did help secure, and the whole point of the Vindicare is when you place an objectives, in my mind, place an objective to make sure there's an objective in a ruin or some sort of cover, high up, can see everything in either corner. So you cover both your deployment zones or any deployment zone, and then make sure you place him there so that he's constantly gaining that objective. You don't have to move anything, and it's fairly cheap, and you're guaranteed that objective. And he got me an objective twice and helped me get supremacy. So he definitely gave me a load of value for that. But I don't know if bikes are better. In fact, I think I just answered my question. The Vindicare's in, isn't he? It's got to be in.
I should have done exactly the same with Illic.
I was
and we didn't
amazed you didn't. When you didn't do that,
obviously wasn't thinking about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Enemy at the gates.
It did look very enemy at the gates, and I think if we kept on rolling, my Vindicare would have taken Illic out.
Well, yeah. I mean, I couldn't roll. I wasn't in range of him.
Weren't you? Is my range longer?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is your range longer?
I did not know Illic's not a very good sniper, apparently.
Well, I mean, they're pretty much the same points, but the Vindicare is a lot better.
Yeah.
A lot better.
That's interesting.
Fix it, GW.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Have you got anything else to add?
I would have liked to have rolled a few more 6s to wound.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Tactical genius. I do want to give a few shout outs, have a think. I do want to give a few shout outs, and those are to Wargaming. I've already mentioned them. We're sponsored by them. Cheaper miniatures than GW, but exactly the same. So why wouldn't you? Links below. XLC. So the XLC sells like pre-printed terrain. It's really good quality stuff. You would have seen some in the battle there. There is some Visicast branded stuff which you can get your hands on, and we get some of the proceeds from that, which helps the channel because obviously this makes nothing and means that we can get more cool stuff. And obviously we're back now, so woo! Also, I want to give a shout out to, that's pretty much it, Emperor's Path. Let's say hi to them, I guess. I'm not going to shout out Liam's channel just to piss him off. That'll be funny. And SM Battle Reports, check out those guys. That's it. Oh, and all the other War Games people. There's a lot of War Games people. Check them all out. Geeks 40k and that. Winters, probably watch them anyway. We're like the underdog.
Probably.
Anything else? Nah, not Tabletop Tactics. They're shit, aren't they? Yeah, terrible channel. It's not. It's really good.
It's really good. I was going to lend in my Eldar actually, but
yeah,
did offer. Oh, one more thing I just thought of thing.
Go on.
When we do the intros here, sat down, is it going to make me look fat?
Possibly, I can't see.
We'll have to check. Maybe we'll have to redo it.
Maybe.
Oh, and also I liked taking Magnra because I've always liked him.
He was pretty sweet.
He was pretty sweet. Lots of shots. Didn't do very much, but if I'd have kept him in cover, he could have been a real pain in the ass.
Yeah. Obviously, there has been a new format as well, so the way I shot things was different, and it makes my life a lot easier. It's going to make my life editing easier, and filming it was easier because I could just play the game instead of having to hold the camera and roll dice. And it's more smooth. You're wider so that you can see the dice rolls and the action to give it context. I think all round it's better. Please give me your opinions, although unless someone says something really smart, which could happen, it's happened a load of times in the past, but if you just like, I prefer the old way.
Hang it from the ceiling.
I could do. Well,
and the camera.
No, I literally couldn't, and I literally couldn't.
Could you not?
No. Rigging nightmares. My camera's massive. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the battle report. It's been obviously a very long time. Thank you for sticking with us. Please like, comment, subscribe. That's pretty much it. Cheers, guys.
Push!
No, bring it so far.